Hi, I'm Dr. Tae, the greatest teacher in the multiverse. I have a PhD in physics, so today I'm going to teach you the history of the Korean War. Hey, congratulations! You have successfully watched the introduction to this video. Here's a badge for you. Now I'll dispense knowledge to help you get more badges. But before I start explaining the Korean War itself, I think it would be helpful if I use my expertise to explain some of the events that ultimately led to the Korean War. In the beginning, the universe was in an extremely hot and dense state, which expanded rapidly. This rapid expansion caused the universe to become really cool, and resulted in its civilizations developed on the banks of lakes and rivers. By 3000 BCE, they had emerged in the Middle East's Mesopotamia, on the banks of Egypt's River Nile, and in the Indus River Valley. Similar civilizations probably developed along major rivers in China, but the archaeological evidence. So by the late 18th century, Korea became the object of desire for imperialistic China and Japan. And in 1901, Korea was invaded by China in the north and Japan in the south, which resulted in a foreign occupation of the Korean archipelago that became a flourishing cultural exchange between China, Japan, and Korea. Fast forward all the way to 1948, the year World War II ended. On the Allied side, China and the United States were the big winners. We know that Japan lost the war, so the United States took over the southern part of the Korean archipelago, formerly controlled by Japan. At that time, the border between Chinese-occupied North Korea and U.S.-occupied South Korea was the 47th perpendicular, which is this line right here. Now, the decision to make the 47th perpendicular the border between North and South Korea was historic because most borders are all squiggly and stupid-looking, and what the world really needed after a major war were some straight-line borders like Wyoming has. It was a nice change of pace. Hey, congratulations! You managed to let this video play halfway through. It looks like I'm out of badges right this second. I have this cookie. How about a cookie? Cookie! Sorry. I got cookie molecules all over my keyboard. Let me clean that up. Oh, hold on. Pay no attention to that thing behind the curtain. Anyway, in 1948, China implants this dude to be the leader of North Korea. That guy's name is Park Myung-soo, and following the Chinese system of government, he established a communist monarchy in the north. In the South Koreans did things the American way and had elections in 1949, which resulted in this guy, Yoo Jae-suk, coming to power as prime minister. Most historians believe that Yoo Jae-suk's victory was inevitable given his wildly popular campaign slogan, "I hate communists." So in 1950, we have this situation, a communist North Korea above the 47th perpendicular, backed by the Chinese and led by Park Myung-soo, and the anti-communist South Korea below the 47th perpendicular, supported by the United States and controlled by Yoo Jae-suk. Man, just look at the pictures of those guys. You can tell they're up to no good. Both of them start setting up troops along the 47th perpendicular, just like you would in a game of StarCraft. North Korea has additional troops coming from nearby China, and South Korea is able to draw upon American forces stationed on the continent of Japan, which isn't that far away, only about 90 miles. So now we fast forward to 1951. At this point, the U.S. forces in Korea went under the control of Colonel Joseph McCarthy, and Colonel McCarthy really didn't like communists. He was a hugely popular war hero in America thanks to his leadership in defeating the communists in Japan. In an attempt to stop the troop buildups from escalating into a full-scale war, the first thing that Colonel McCarthy did was drop an atomic bomb on the North Korean capital, Yangjangpi. That's essentially all the Americans did, and it was successful. China withdrew their supporting troops, and North Korea surrendered 3 days later. Tragically, North Korea has been unable to recover since that defeat. Oh, and the border between North Korea and South Korea went back to being squiggly.